were told that we weren't going to ever get our money for the car. We were asking too much, and pictures just didn't do the car justice. Well, guys, the 67 GTO is finding a new home. We've had it probably 6 or 8 months. I chased it for 3 years. Gentleman I bought it off had it for 34 years. He was the gentleman that did the restoration and won all the awards. We advertised the car several times, and we're told that we weren't going to ever get our money for the car. We were asking too much, and pictures just didn't do the car justice. People couldn't appreciate how nice this car really is in person. All the documentation, everything that came with the car, the history of the car from day one with pictures, photographs, letters, Protecto plate, PHS, window stickers. It just went on. And guys kept telling us, you're crazy, you're out of your mind, you're never going to get that. Well, Haggerty had it at $139, and we were asking $120, so I thought we were fairly priced. But what did it for us was when Mecum had the Muscle Car City auction in Punta Gorda, Florida. And if you go look at that, you can see what the GTOs were doing. GTOs, he must have had 8 or so out of that collection, and everyone broke the bank. Cheapest one was like 99 grand with commission, and that was a drag car. 66 convertible, similar to this, was like 165. So when people seen that, we started getting calls, and guys started showing up. Two gentlemen came, both wanted to buy the car. The one gentleman was the first guy that wanted to buy it, and then he got sick and had to have some health issues, so he just couldn't get around to buying it. A second gentleman came, sent his mechanic. The gentleman checked the car out from front to back, top to bottom, all the documentation that went with it, and said it was the nicest GTO he ever seen, which I felt it was one of the nicest that's out there. So it's going to go to a new home. I don't know, the man that's bought it is a collector. I don't know if he plans on keeping it in his collection or if he's going to take it to one of the high-end auctions and hope that it does quite a bit more, because the car really needs to be seen in person. The white is tough to show how great it is in the pictures. The underneath is just over the top. I mean, the car's won all the awards, so it's been judged by the best to be one of the best. And it's always bittersweet. You know, you're happy to sell it, but you're kind of sad to see it go, because I don't think we'll get another one at this level anytime soon. It's going to be very difficult. It's supposed to be one of 3 in this color combination. Very rare, 1% of convertibles in 67 had air conditioning. This car has air conditioning, power steering, power top, power front disc brakes, power antenna, AM/FM radio, rear speaker. Came with a factory tow package. The gentleman that bought it new towed a small motorboat with it. That's why the car still maintains its original drivetrain, because it was never drag raced or abused. It was his car. He got all the creature comforts, and he wanted something that would pull that boat, and he did. And I don't know, that's about it. So stay tuned.
We had the inspector come and look at it, and he said it was like a brand new old car. He looked at it for about 10-15 minutes, couldn't believe the documentation that came with the car. And you know, we told the gentleman, he's bought some cars off us previously, that his mechanic, when he came, was not really going to be here too long, and said he's never seen a car this kind of quality. And as my dad was saying, it was very hard to represent that kind of through pictures and videos. I don't know if it was the color or what. And a lot of guys just can't appreciate what a concourse car really is. They don't know what it is. They say, and they're comparing it to every other 67 GTO that's out there, and it's just apples to oranges. You're not comparing the same things.
When you do a restoration like this, first off, you start off with a great car to begin with. It has all original sheet metal. Everything else that was done is either original to the car, rebuilt, or it's NOS. You know, brand new, old stock. So that's a whole different category than buying reproduction parts and patching panels or putting new quarter panels. This car didn't have that done. What you see is what it is and what you get. And these blue chip cars are becoming few and far in between to get anymore. They're not out there.
And we said it, in the fall time, that the market on these cars were really hard to pinpoint because there was no shows, there was no auctions going on. We said we really need one of those top tier Barrett-Jackson, Mecum auctions to come and evaluate where these prices are, because the newer cars, as we've been moving, you have auctions all the time and people are selling and trading those, so there's an easier benchmark of what those cars are bringing. At the time with COVID, this particular car didn't have that sort of evaluation tool to measure it off of, and that's exactly what the guy who was buying it told us.
Yeah,
He said,
people didn't know they didn't know where to judge. Did COVID drive the prices down? Did the prices go up? Well, when Mecum had that auction with those in Punta Cana with the Muscle Car City, that showed there's a big demand for top quality original 60 and 70 muscle cars, and that's what helped us move the car. So a shout out to Mecum Auctions.
shout out to Mecum.